Wounds are part of being human. Some are visible, a scar on the skin, a limp when we walk. Others are hidden deep within. A betrayal, a loss, a dream that died too soon. These wounds can shape our lives. Sometimes they make us gentler, more compassionate. Other times they make us guarded, fearful, or even bitter. We all have wounds. Some from childhood. Some from people we trusted. Some from our own choices. And there are wounds we don't talk about because they feel too heavy, too shameful, or too personal to share. But Mary sees them all. As our mother, she doesn't come to condemn. She comes to hold, to comfort, and to bring us to the only one who can truly heal. Jesus, the divine physician. When the soldiers pierced Jesus' side on the cross, Mary was there. She watched the blood and water flow out, a river of mercy for the whole world. She understands pain in a way few can. Her own heart was pierced, just as Simeon had foretold, Luke 2 verse 35. That's why when we bring her our wounds, she doesn't look away. She looks into them with love that is gentle and strong. This day we ask her, Mary, healer of hearts, touch my wounds. Take me to your Son, that I may be made whole. There are many kinds of wounds. To name them is not to dwell in them. It's to recognize them so we can offer them to God. Wounds from loss. Losing a loved one. The grief of infertility or miscarriage. The ache of a friendship or marriage that ended. These wounds can make the heart feel hollow. Even years later, moments of sadness can come unexpectedly. Wounds from betrayal. Trust broken by someone we loved. Being deceived or manipulated. Promises not kept. Betrayal wounds often carry both pain and anger, and they can make it difficult to trust again. Wounds from words. Harsh criticism. Lies spoken about us. Words that made us feel unworthy. Words have power, and harmful words can echo in our minds long after they're spoken. Wounds from our own choices. Regret over past decisions. Actions that hurt others. Times we turn from God. Self-inflicted wounds can be the hardest to face because they come with guilt and shame. Wounds from life's uncertainty. Dreams unfulfilled. Illness that changes everything. Financial hardship. Feeling stuck or left behind. Mary understands all of these wounds. She walked through uncertainty, exile, misunderstanding, and unimaginable loss. She knows the ache, and she also knows the healing. When we suffer, it's easy to feel alone. Even surrounded by people, pain can make us feel isolated. But Mary reminds us that we are never truly alone. The cross. Mary stood near Jesus as he suffered. She didn't run away. She didn't try to fix what could not be fixed in that moment. She stayed. Sometimes the greatest gift is presence. In the upper room, after Jesus' death, Mary stayed with the disciples. She became a quiet anchor, holding them in faith and prayer as they waited for the Holy Spirit. In our lives today, Mary's presence is not just a story from the past, it's a reality in the present. She is alive in heaven, attentive to our prayers, and always leading us closer to her Son. When we invite her into our pain, she brings gentleness. She does not push healing before we're ready. Compassion. She suffers with us. Faith. She holds hope for us when we can't hold it ourselves. Healing is rarely instant. It's often a journey, and Mary can guide us step by step. Mary invites us to speak the truth. Mother, this is where it hurts. She listens without judgment. We imagine physically giving her our wound, perhaps as a small stone, heavy and rough. She holds it tenderly. Mary always brings us to Jesus. She knows that his sacred heart is the true source of healing. As we surrender, peace begins to enter, not necessarily because the situation has changed, but because our hearts are now held in God's love. Healing doesn't mean forgetting, it means living without the wound controlling us. Mary walks with us into this freedom. Let's take time now to pray. Mary, healer of hearts, you who stood at the foot of the cross and felt the sword pierce your soul, I come to you with my wounds. Some I have carried for years. Some are new. Some I barely understand. I place them in your gentle hands. Hold them. Heal them. Take me to your Son, the divine physician. Where there is bitterness, plant forgiveness. Where there is fear, plant courage. Where there is shame, plant mercy. Where there is sorrow, plant hope. Mother, touch my wounds with your love. Teach me to live whole and free in the heart of Jesus. Amen. Breathe. Imagine Mary placing her hand over your heart. Feel her love and her peace. Healing is not just for us, it flows through us. Once we begin to heal, God can use our lives to help heal others. Mary teaches us to listen to others without rushing to fix them. Offer our presence when words are not enough. Speak words of life instead of criticism. Forgive as we have been forgiven. When our hearts are healed, they become vessels of mercy. And mercy changes the world. Friend, you are not defined by your wounds. You are defined by the love that holds you. Mary sees your pain. She will not abandon you. She will walk with you until every wound is bathed in the light of her Son.